And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, it's Dark Elves, all you Shadow King, and all of you big, high rolling orcs out there today. How we doing? Coming in my video game division. Don't worry, we got plenty of room aboard the bigs and deadly Star Destroyer, aka the Kraken, where today we got the deets finally on how are you gonna pair up your little doggo with Packmaster Shrek. Yeah, and it looks like on top of that, we got the red stars for this guy, and on top of it, if you're like Arnold, I need something that's more FREE free. We got a little teaser. Apparently, there's likely a new champion, perhaps, right around the corner. And you know what else is right around the corner, my friends? You guys have been here a minute or two. We have, of course, right around the corner, my giveaway code. Use the link down below, scan the QR code. If you're a new player, you got a bunch of goodies to start your journey and raid Shadow Legends. Good news to Goat. He found his way back to my code. So if you're like, Arnold, where'd he go? He found his way back. Can we give him a round of applause? And if you're still not getting to Gore and you used my promo code recently, drop your ID below. Maybe I got to make a more dedicated video. If you didn't get him, like in the past month when you signed up with the code, let me know. I'll send it to the QR code overlords. They can take care of business in that regard. Honor system people, they'll be able to know if you used it recently. So if you used it like a year ago, they're not going to get you to Gore, unfortunately. But fortunately, we got a couple things that we need to discuss. Obviously, Crocat Throatripper, this past month's Fragment event, done, in the books, locked in. He's nice and solidified in his icicle form until I decide to summon him one day for some champion summoning points. But the question is, red stars, and more importantly, we were told about some sort of event that was going to be coming around to pair up with Crocat, because without the pairing for Crocat, well, it's kind of hard to get the full utility out of it unless you had Packmaster Shrek on your side. The good news is I already got him. Again, God's gift to mobile gaming. I was given a vision before Crocat even showed up. Boom. We got him. So it's good news for me. But if you have Crocat and not Packmaster, well, here are the deets you need to know about for this upcoming event. We have an Orc Path event. We'll discuss what I think it's gonna be for Shrek. I wish it was the real Shrek. I'm just gonna call it Shrek because it's Shyek. I don't know. It doesn't sound as fun. And Crocat, the Throatripper's 5-star Perfect Soul, starting August 15th. That is, my friends, 2 days from today. This Friday, August 15th, we're planning to launch the Orc's Path, where you have a chance to get a legendary champion, Packmaster Shrek, on Crocat Throatripper's 5-star Perfect Soul. This will be able to earn, you'll be able to earn points by getting artifact and accessories, which, let's be real, it's more like, let's be generous, 10 to 20% of the points that you're probably going to get. If you're really pushing for this, you got to open up some shards. Summoning champions from shards, it's a 72-hour event. Now, before we talk about those deets, you know, if you're looking for something that's everyone's favorite F word out there, free, apparently the little teaser over on the Twitter X, whatever people like to call it nowadays, there was a little teaser that looks like maybe something's coming around. I replied to one of their tweets, asked if we can get another free legendary soon without Fusion being involved, and I got this response. So perhaps something new is coming soon. A lot of conditionals there, kind of like, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year, 10 years. If you think about it, this is a very relative term. So soon could be next month, a couple months, yeah, who knows? But anyways, good to know. I always love these free champs. It really gets people excited coming to the game, and it kind of gives both veteran and new players something to love. But anyways, back to this here. Before we start talking about this, I had to kind of lighten the mood before we talk about how expensive this is likely going to be on your roster. So people are speculating this is going to be Ballard the Lost, Path of the Lost as it was called, where it was an event where you can get this character and you get the red stars. I was actually going to do this, but I think around this time my beautiful little girl was born and couldn't get around to make a video on this, although I kind of wish. I like doing these events. I don't know. Again, I am hooked on Raid, man, so what can I say? But anyways, I believe to get just one of them, whether the character or the 5 stars, which I think most you need the character for the 5 stars, unless you somehow got them otherwise, it was about 20 sacred shards. Whew, that ain't cheap. And if you're going for both, well, that's going to be like 40 of them here. I actually think some of these comments here, some people had like a little estimation here. Yeah, here we go. 60k points just for Ballard, 50k for his 5-star soul. Last path, just champ was 21 shards. I said 20, so I was about in that ballpark. And just the soul was 19 shards. So, I mean, I guess if you think about it, that's 40. I was on the money, 20 for one, 20 for the other. So about 40 shards in total. Totals are about 90K, 80K, 180K. How much energy is it though? It's like a boat. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. And that's kind of basically what I'm saying. If you're doing this, it's mostly a shard event. The energy is not going to be enough. I mean, you could be. You're just going to be spending a lot of energy. If you got to ask, you don't have enough. That's exactly the best way of phrasing it. So the question kind of comes down to now, is this an event worth it for you? So it's going to kind of depend. So the good news for me, I already got the Packmaster, so I don't have to worry about going for him. But the red stars is a bit more pertinent to myself, myself, and I. So let's focus on me for a moment, okay? Before we talk about more of a global approach. My situation right now is, obviously I got a roster full of banging champions, right? A lot of them could use some love. I'm going to be doing a Arnold upgrading session here right after this video, so the next generation of stuff I'll be upgrading. Crocat's been doing better and better, you know, kind of start off like, sort of okay. And then it got a 4.5 stars. Who knows? Maybe it can go up even more, but it's very important. If you want the full power of him, you need to have the Packmaster Shrek to get to that next level. So for me, I will probably go for the red stars. I will, even though, again, we'll see what RNG tells me. Again, you know me, I generally do not like opening up shards unless we got some sort of 2x event. Like if they did a 2x primal event, boy, you don't gotta tell me there's a hero's path. We're gonna be wailing. There may be some failing along with it. I got 19 sacred shards right now. Right now, the progressive chance. Who knows if there's gonna be anything this weekend. So I have enough to get the red star. It's just, is it worth 20 sacred shards? I tell myself I'll probably do it. We'll see if maybe the reasonable sidekicks and like, do I really need the red stars? Is it really gonna do that much, especially when I have other champions upgrade? Again, we'll wait and see. But I think at the minimum, what's most important for I think more people out there, if you did the fragment summon for this month, what's more important is if you do not have Packmaster Shrek, that's when it becomes entirely clear you should do this event to get it at the minimum. Again, assuming 20 sacred shards, give or take, to get him up and running. Now, by himself, yeah, not gonna be great. I guess this kind of works inversely. If you didn't even get Crocat Throatripper, and there's actually, it looks like a funny little offer floating around, you probably have absolutely no incentive to do this event. There's no point in getting Shrek unless you have the Throatripper. There's no point in getting the red star unless you have Throatripper. So this all hinges on if you have Throatripper, okay, get Shrek at the minimum. And then the 5 red stars is definitely more of a luxury type of item if you want to spend another 20 sacred shards. So luckily for me, I already got the Shrek portion. I don't got to worry about that. I got to worry about if I think it's worth 20 sacred shards, whatever it is, to get that red star here. So hope that helps you out a little bit in terms of kind of figuring out what's the logic branching tree, logic tree to kind of go through all this. Shrek is definitely the most important part of it. But in the situation all across the nation, you didn't get Throatripper. You know, life gets busy, you know, whatever. You didn't think he was going to be great. And then you found out midway that, oh, this champion's looking a lot better than it was originally anticipated. And you only made it halfway. Well, apparently, I haven't actually seen this offer before. Not that I recall. But I guess they do these not just for Throatripper, where let's say you came short. Again, maybe time purposes, you started too late. You missed an event, whatever the case might be. They'll spot you some shards. Oh man, 50 fragments for $100 rooskies. Now in the context of raid, people spend $100 just to gamble and get a bunch of rares and epics, right? At least in this situation, you get exactly what you need, exactly what you would want. You unlock them, and then that puts you in the running of trying to build this cool combo Shrek, as well as this Throatripper fella here. Such as yeah. You know, could be a little expensive from the real world perspective. And think of it this way. When you're spending $100, it's more, you get more of a dopamine hit if you're pulling that slot machine. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So anyways, check if you missed out on this event and you really want to get this combo together because they're looking to be better and better and better, check your inbox. If you have a couple of dollars in grandma's couch that she could spare, you know, maybe it helps you finish off, top it up. I think it looks like some people have different amounts. Like some people have 10, 20. I don't know exactly the way these are crafted, but you got options there nonetheless. So anyways, we finally got that information and all this here. So I have to wait and see if, gosh. You guys let me know down below. Is it worth 20 shards to get a red star? I don't know, but I think at the minimum, if I didn't have Shrek, I would 1,000,000,000,000% be doing this event. It would make no sense to have the Throatripper and not have the Shrek Packmaster to go along with it. So we'll wait and see where the weekend goes. But hey, player, if you're listening, if you do a 2x event of something, let me tell you this, you know I'm gonna be there. Anyways, folks, you know what else is gonna be here? Our giveaway code for new players. There's a link down below, QR code up above. A lot of great champions for you to rock and roll in a new Raid Shadow Legends account. Thank you so much for stopping by today. We got a lot of stuff cooking here in Raid Shadow Legends. I'm looking forward to whatever this next generation of stuff in Raid Shadow Legends has to offer. And until we meet again, I got a simple phrase that permeates all of time. Every day you wake up, every day you go to sleep, there's a simple little phrase you need to say. And that's how it's great to be in the Empire today.
Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.